Hi, my name is Nelson Searcy, and I'm the founder of Church Leader Insights. ChurchLeaderInsights.com is the website, and that currently is an organization that impacts about 100,000 church leaders around the world, with half of those being senior pastors. But my story with Dan goes back to when I was a teenager, and I started a computer business when I was a teenager.
That's painful to hear.
What's that?
That's painful to hear.
Oh, sorry, Dan.
That's like now I'm getting a lot of the, would you autograph this book? My grandmother is your greatest fan. I mean, it's.
Well, it's a true story, and I just sold my first computer program, and I made $250. And I thought that's not bad money for a teenager. And Your Success seminar was coming to town, and I didn't have my driver's license yet. Sorry, so I went to my family, and I begged somebody to take me to the seminar, and I finally found a reluctant aunt who would do it. And so we went to the seminar, stayed through your presentation, and I only had now $180 left by the time I paid the fee and paid for her gas. And I didn't have the money to buy your resource. I tried to borrow it from her. That was a dead end, so I needed to learn sales persuasion, I suppose. And but I followed you the entire time, and followed you here and there, and then my life took a different direction. I eventually sold the computer business, and I became a Christian when I was in college, and then later ended up in ministry. And I'm primarily a pastor. And then when I started a church in New York City, that church had some success, and I began to be asked to speak at different events and teach what I was learning. And I remembered there was this guy Kennedy, and I began to track you down again, and I went to your website and found a super conference, and showed up at my very first super conference, and saw you in person for the first time, and bought everything that you had available. I bought the whole enchilada package, and that showed up at our little office in Manhattan, and it was like 32 different boxes, and my assistant thought I'd gone crazy, and I proceeded to work my way through all of that, and my speaking events took off, and then I got involved in the coaching of other pastors, and that's how we formed Church Leader Insights. So to say it, when I started with Dan, my influence, if you will, was pretty much just around New York City with other pastors, and I'd managed to coach probably 100 pastors from other major cities. But then Dan helped me see the pieces of what it means to manage an organization, to manage an info business, if you will, to do marketing. And I wrote my first book. I expanded the coaching network. We improved our events. We fixed our marketing, and still working on all of that. But today, over 11 books in, we've grown from just a very small organization to having personally coached over 2,000 pastors around the world and influencing 50,000 pastors worldwide. So I'm grateful and appreciate the opportunity to be in platinum. This is my second time around.
You're in titanium.
I'm in titanium. Yeah, just to clarify on that, I went from sitting in the seats at the seminar straight to titanium. And I was a diamond member and all of that before. But I said, if I'm going to go, just go all in. It's like the day I bought the resources. If you're going to buy one, just buy them all. And if you're going to buy one Kennedy book, just buy them all. And I'm here today doing that. I just try to get all the ideas. And I walk out of this group with the quality of folks in here, just with notes and notes of ideas to implement. So I'm very grateful to be.
Just at the retail level, and that's probably the wrong word, but for the churches themselves, your own and the pastors. I mean, so just so everybody listening gets the diversity of the same marketing principles.
Yeah.
Law practice, dentist office, home inspector, whatever. You're using direct marketing and direct response marketing to drive church attendance.
I have yet to find a marketing principle or tool or strategy or tactic that you teach that we can't apply to the church world. And whether it's direct marketing, multi-sequence type steps like you teach in magnetic marketing, whether it's following up on unconverted leads. This could be everything from people who request information.
Well, unconverted works.
Yeah,
exactly. There we go.
We can fix that in our field. It's funny, the language is eerily similar sometimes in what we do. But yeah, sometimes in the Christian market, and I'm sure this is true in other niches as well, we think because it wasn't produced by our internal gurus, then it's not applicable. But you can learn. You can learn from anyone, and if a principle is effective, if it's truthful, if it has integrity, you can take it, apply it, and from our perspective, we'd say God blesses it, but you can take it and use it.
Cool. And now, last but not least,
last shall be first.
Yes, and you will be first with the big question of biggest idea, because we'll start back where we
Good.